What's going on, Omnibuddies? Mitch here, and today, yes, we are doing another unboxing. All right, so both of these boxes, these big, beautiful boxes, come to us from Organic Price Books. If you've known the channel or watched the channel for any amount of time, you know all about OPB. Great business, great prices, great packaging, great communication, all the things that you'd want as a collector, comic book reader out of where you're buying your books from. So that's all I'm gonna say. You can see all the info about using my code to support me and all that. Great, love it, thank you. All right, let's get to cutting these boxes open. So I have been very excited about, I have no idea which ones in which books are in which boxes, so we'll have to see. But let's cut these guys open real quick and see what books are in what boxes. But man, I am really excited about some of these books. Well, all the books really. Actually, one of my daughters is gonna be really excited about one of these books. She has known it has been coming out for a long time, and so she's really excited about it. So I had to grab it for her. But man, look at this packaging. Just this really nice bubble. We got excess space taken up with some nice paper in here. These double-walled boxes. Actually, this one isn't double-walled, but it's not super heavy because it's only two hardcovers in here, and they're not like massive omnis. So the boxes are still nice, but let's cut these open somehow. Oh, there we go. Okay, found the tape on that one. Try not to destroy this stuff too much because I actually try and reuse it, and you know, when I sell my books and things like that, so I don't want to have to buy material. Why buy more material when you can just reuse what's been sent to you? Why not do that? It just saves it, and I love it. We got some more bookmarks in. Can always use those because you always lose them. So, well, I seem to lose them. I don't know. I put them in my bag. They slide out of books. I don't know what happens, but I always lose them. So it's always nice to have a big old stack of bookmarks laying around. All right, so this is the book that my daughter is going to be super excited about. She has read the first 3 volumes, loves it, and she is really, really excited to read the 4th volume of IDW's Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah, she's been loving this series. I got to catch up. I think I've read books 1 and 2, and so I got to read 3 and then 4, and then dang it, I keep saying this every time, but we need to do a overview with her and me so that we can get, you know, growing up with the game and even the really old tunes. And what my thoughts are on it, and then her thoughts. She plays the PlayStation 5, like the retro version of it. Her and her sisters play it all the time and love that, and they friggin' love the new movies. Well, I guess they're not that new anymore, but they love those movies. So, and actually I do too. They're pretty fun. But so she has been really digging the Sonic the Hedgehog deluxe editions. I gotta say, the build quality, the design aesthetic of these, super cool. So this is upside down. No, it's not. It's just inverted on the camera screen. But this is volume 4, and we got Dr. Eggman, Robotnik here. So that is the first book, and then we have the second book, and I have been dying to read this book, and man, I have wanted to read this, especially after I read Wonder Woman Historia and Catwoman Lonely City. I've been really into these like DC Black Label books. I think both of those were Black Label. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Daniel Warren Johnson, we got Wonder Woman Dead Earth. I am so excited to jump into this. So I've been reading some Mind Management by Matt Kint. So I think after I finish the volume I'm on now, that I'm going to jump into probably this or something. Probably this. Good, quick read. Everyone's been loving this book, so I need to get it off of my list of shame of books that I have not read yet. yet. All right, so let's get into the second box of goodies in here. So let's... All right, that's open. We got a packing slip. All right. Ooh. These ones are very well packaged also, but just bubble wrap all around them and on top, not wrapped up. So, okay, we'll start with the book I've been waiting for a while. We have Something is Killing the Children, Volume 2 Slipcase Edition. Woo! I really dug Volume 1, super cool. And I know that they had a whole other series, kind of spin-off series of that story. I have not read yet. I'm just kind of sticking with the main. So I'm really excited to check out what happens next in the series. Yeah, super cool. I guess I'm holding it upside down. There we go. But then the book got put in the slipcase upside down. How dare they? Anyways, really stoked to read this. Man, these slipcases are so cool. Just the like foil on there, really cool. And then this is foil too, but it's like this goldish orange foil on there, kind of like the sickly orangish gold. Yeah, pretty cool. All right, finally get to read that. I've been waiting forever, it seems like, to read that book. Now I can, finally. All right, and the fourth book in here, they have had, it's not a new book, but it is one that I have been wanting to read for a while. This is another one, a lot longer than Wonder Woman Dead Earth. I've been wanting to read this because one of my favorite artists, especially in DC, is Francesco Francavilla. And then Jock is an amazing artist. And then you also have Scott Snyder, who does incredible works. So I have been wanting to get this story for a while. I've been eyeing the Absolute Edition. So if you can put all that info together and guess what I've gotten, the Deluxe Edition just dropped. We finally have Batman Black Mirror. I am so excited to finally be able to check this book out. It's got a nice slipcase in here, or not slipcase, dust jacket. I really want to know what's under the dust jacket. Oh, it's that beautiful Jock art. Oh man, so good. And then we got some sexy art on the back. That looks like Francavilla on the back. That's got to be Francavilla. Yeah, that's Francavilla. It says right there. Francavilla. I love Francavilla's art. If you have not read Black Beetle, I've done some overviews on Francavilla's Black Beetle. He does some amazing artwork and really cool storytelling. But we got Snyder, Jock on the... I don't think... Does Jock do art on the interior of this? Or is that all Francavilla? I got to double check. But anyways, I am so freaking excited to finally be able to read Black Mirror. So that is the weird thing, is I have, out of the 4 books I got, 2 of them are DC, which, if you know me, I tend to not read much of the big 2, so Marvel and DC. I generally stick with the indies, so we got like Image, Dark Horse, IDW, we got Abstract Studios with Terry Moore, just all kinds of... I like to do a lot of like off-the-wall books and like very different, and not like books that do a lot of continuity heavy things where you got to know all this canon backstory stuff. I like to be able to just jump into a story and be like one and done, or you know, like you start here and you read volumes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you're there, you're done. You don't have to like jump around between series or anything like that. I know a lot of people appreciate that. I am very much appreciative of like world building these huge universes. I know Marvel and DC have done a ton of that. But if you haven't caught up and you're like, well, I want to read, you know, Multiversity or Infinite Crisis or anything like any of the crises, you got a lot of homework to do to be able to jump into those. So I really appreciate being able to jump into like these DC Black Label books or these kind of one-off stories where you just got to know a little bit about the characters to be able to appreciate it. I mean, I know they Easter egg and drop in little pebbles of things in there for the, you know, long time continuity heavy readers, but for the people who may not know all of that, or might be new readers, or readers like me who just dabble in those universes more, but can still appreciate all the storytelling, those characters, and all that art. Love it. So good. So yeah, so we have a little bit of IDW here with Sonic. We've got 2 DC books with Batman, The Black Mirror, and Wonder Woman Dead Earth. And then we have a bit of a horror book. We've got Something is Killing the Children, Volume 2. So maybe I will save that for like a Spooktober read or something like that. We'll see what happens. I am falling behind on all of my overviews. For once, I am reading way more than I can produce videos for, which is super cool. I used to have the problem where I was trying to get time to read versus make videos. So I've calmed down a little bit on making videos. For long-time viewers who might have noticed, I don't make near as many videos. I'm trying to kick that back up a notch after work has finally calmed down. But reading comics, that's really the most important thing. So I try and share that. So if you're not following on Instagram or Threads or TikTok or Facebook or X or anything like that, I don't really use X much anymore, but I am pretty active, especially on Instagram and Facebook. So if you want to keep up with what I'm reading, my quick thoughts on books as I'm showing them off, showing photo bait, definitely hit those up, because you're getting a lot more tidbits of what I'm reading, what I'm enjoying, and what's coming out next. And occasionally, if I get just like a quick little book and it's not worth making an entire video for, I'll just drop it in a reel on there. Sometimes reel on YouTube too, but reels are really pain for YouTube because you can only make them a minute long, versus like Instagram and Facebook, they can be like a minute and a half. That 30 seconds makes all the difference. Anyways, I'll let you go. That's it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, do all those things. But the most important thing to do is, yes, comment. I love talking with you all about what you're reading and what you're buying, selling, collecting habits, all that stuff. But let me know in the comments, because I have really been digging these DC Black Label books, what other ones you might recommend, or just one-off stories of DC books that are like super short and super cool that you can get in, get out, and just absolutely love a great, quick, super cool story. Let me know in the comments what you would recommend, or if there's ones like that for Marvel too. It doesn't have to just be DC, but let me know one of the big 2, what your favorite like quick one-off stories are that aren't super bogged down by any continuity. Just kind of got to know some of the characters, a little bit about the universe, and that's it. So all right, that's it. Take care, stay cool.